Europeans are going to regret coming to America for the World Cup. That's what this lady claims. I'm hoping the title is clickbait, but when I seen it, I was like, I had to watch this. This can't be real. This goes against everything I've been seeing online. So I'm thinking like, man, this can't be real, right? The lady looks like she has about 6,000 subscribers. Her name is Mom with an accent. If you want to check her out, go check her out. I got a feeling this is going to be not, the title doesn't necessarily play into it. I'm thinking she's probably going against this. So she's talking about the rumors and stuff like that. But we're going to see together if she actually means this. Hopefully not.
I've been seeing people online saying that Europeans are going to hate America after the World Cup. And I completely agree. Not because America is dangerous, not because it's loud, not because everyone drives giant trucks. No, they're going to hate America because after spending a few weeks here, they're going to have to go back to Europe.
Clever.
And that is the painful part. Because I know exactly what that feels like. As someone who moved here from Eastern Europe, you don't realize how many small things in America are actually life-changing until you live them. And then you go back to Europe and think, wait, why is everything harder again? Before we get into all those things, if you love America, travel, funny cultural differences, and seeing this country through the eyes of a Slavic mom, make sure to subscribe because that's exactly what we do here.
So I will say off the bat, I do love her. I love her accent. I love her sense of humor, sarcasm, stuff like that. So it's dope. I like her so far. She definitely has a future as far as being a YouTube creator and things of that nature. Looks like she's somewhat fairly new, but like I said, you guys can support her if you want. So I had a feeling that it was just a title because I'm thinking there's no way she would actually make this the title. I feel like she received so much hate, but also it couldn't be genuine, So she is claiming that people, or Europeans more specifically, will not want to or regret going to America for the World Cup because you might not want to leave, baby. This is America, right? The land of the free, brave, all that stuff they say. So you come here, you might not want to go back. I had one of my buddies visit from the UK when I was living in Las Vegas, and he absolutely loved it. He said, man, I just came from Canada while I was living in the UK, and I'm in South Africa. He's like, man, USA is the best. He loved all the sugary food, which, funny enough, I was telling him, hey, it's heavily processed, but he was like, man, I think that's why it tastes so good. But yeah, he loved it. He loved the women, the style, all that type of stuff. So that's that. But let's listen to what she has to say, shall we?
Now, let's talk about all the reasons Europeans are going to hate America after the World Cup 2026. This is one of the biggest culture shocks. In Europe, you order a drink, and that's your drink. You finish it slowly. You respect it. In America, a drink is basically unlimited. You get a soda or iced tea, and then someone asks, would you like a refill? And it's free. Excuse me?
That is true.
Free? Then comes the ice. Everything has ice. Water, soda, juice, tea, even when you don't ask for it. At first, I was confused. Then I became addicted. Now, if I get a drink without the ice, I feel like something is missing. Combine that with air conditioning everywhere, and America basically becomes freezing inside, freezing drinks, and somehow still 95 outside. At first, Europeans will say, why is everything so cold? Day 1, why ice? Day 5, less ice. Day 10, extra ice please. Day 14, not cold enough. So a few days later, they are asking for extra ice and carrying a sweater in July smiling. And when they go back to Europe, no ice, no refills, limited AC. That's when they'll feel it. That's when they'll go, okay, I get it now.
Limited AC. See, that's a very important part there because there was some controversy between me and some of the people in the comment section about a video I made roughly a week ago. So I had recently seen a video where it talked about no AC in Europe. And I was like, I can't believe that. That don't even make sense. I used to live in Europe. I was like, I know it was some years ago, but I don't remember like burning up being overly hot. And I was in Southern Europe, right? So I'm like, I don't think this is necessarily true. But people were making videos about it, right? And then people were going back and forth in the comment section, fighting each other. No, there's AC. Yes, there's AC. Blase, blase. You should know you're in America and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I lived in Spain for 6 months and almost promised we had AC. So I guess, according to what she's saying, it's limited. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just not as big in America. Because when you go in America, you almost expect it. Like I can't remember the last time I went in a building in America and it didn't have AC. But like here, I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand, for those who don't know. Sometimes I'll go in certain buildings and I won't have it. Like I remember I was waiting for someone outside. I waited for like not even 5 minutes. I was like, nah, I got to go back inside. It's way too hot. This is the heat season right now. Went to this one building right next to it thinking I'd be cool, but they didn't have no AC. They didn't have no fans there. I'm like, man, I might be better off outside. I'm all sweating and stuff. So yeah, that solves that riddle right there as far as the air conditioning situation in Europe. So apparently there is, which this is what I thought. I couldn't imagine the entire Europe not having AC. These were Europeans saying this too. This is the crazy part. If you go look at my video, it's a thumbnail with me and like an air conditioner in the back. I forget what I labeled it. Something about no air conditioning in Europe, something like that. And shortly after that, that's when it was announced that unfortunately all those people passed in France. I think it was over 1,000 people. I didn't know it was that intense, which is condolences to all the people affected. That's very unfortunate. But I always thought there was AC. So when Europeans, alleged Europeans, I can't prove obviously who's in the comment section, but they were telling me there's no AC. I'm like, that don't even sound right, you know? I'm like, wow. But yeah, that's the mystery solved right there. I think this lady can go very far in the world of YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because she has the personality. She has the look for it. You know, she kind of got that banter type of humor, you know. She seems lighthearted, wholesome. She knows her angles, her lighting. You see the camera on point. Like, she has all the things that I feel like can make someone a great YouTuber. I'm actually surprised she only got 6,200 subs. She must just started. And this video went kind of viral. Got like 250,000 views. So shout out to her. Her name is Mama with an accent. She says she's from Ukraine. I looked at the title of one of her videos. I guess she moved when she was 19. And looking at her now, you know, I don't want to guess the wrong age, but you could say she's definitely above 25, right? So she's been in America for some years now. But yeah, she's from Eastern Europe, Ukraine. Go shout her out, support her if you like her content. I got more videos coming. It's the weekend. You know, I don't got any work, but I did get a new job offer, so I will be relocating soon. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to keep giving y'all this content.